Hey, this is Nita with a Timepiece Garden. I forgot to do a video last night after I was, finished for the day, I should say, or during the process, or just any of the above. I'm going to make I don't want to call it a pumpkin because it's not a pumpkin, it's for Christmas, but I'm going to make an ornament. There you go, that'll be a good word for it. I'm going to put a nativity scene in there, kind of carved out of gourd. You can see there's Joseph and Mary and baby Jesus. You can see I got the three wise men over here. Not cut them out yet. Got an oxen and there's a donkey over on that one that I've not cut out yet. I'm gonna do it so I can put one of these candles kind of in the, they're a little electric battery things. Let's see if I can turn it on with one hand. And maybe not. There you go. Kind of cool. Kind of get it in there and have these guys in the front, and then the camel's kind of in the background, and then I've got another one that's there you go, kind of a building outlay. So it's kind of Bethlehem, and they'll be stacked in 3 layers with the opening cut down here. Does that make sense? So you can slide the candle in and out. I'm going to put a hole in the back. So it'll be a nativity scene, kind of inside the gourd. So I'll show you progress as it comes along. But that's what I did yesterday, was cutting stuff out. And I won't lie, today's going to be a gorgeous day. We're going to hit 60 degrees. I've got some yard stuff to take care of for today. But hopefully this afternoon I'll be able to play with it some more. Start getting the individual pieces at least cut out of the gourd, so then I can work on them individually. Because I've got to clean the backside. At that point in time, a gourd is like a pumpkin. It's got seeds and stuff on the inside. Now it's all dry, but it still has to be cleaned. So, all right, that's the plan. So I'll talk to you in a little while. Afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with a Timepiece Garden. We actually have halfway decent weather. Won't have it tomorrow, but we've got it today. Woo woo! All right, so what are we doing? We're taking down the A-frame. The ground is still a little mushy from all the rain. I'll just have to adjust with the ladder. But it's got to come down. It's got to come down before we get a storm that puts it into the fence. And then that way I can actually get out my hooks and put them on that A-frame so it doesn't tip over again. So, yes, that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to start. I have a lot of other stuff to do today. But I'm going to do it, how do I say this, in order of precedence. Does that make sense? This has to happen first. I got some wood to cut. That has to happen second. Just because we got great weather. So, let me, that's what the solar ones do when they've not had enough power. See, that one's already powered up well. Look at, you can hear one over here going off. It's not had enough sun. So it's trying to charge. And what you want to do is go ahead and shut it off and let it charge. And then we can turn it back on later. When I'm done. When I'm done doing what I need to do. Because it'll be charged appropriately. All right, having said that, let me get started on that A-frame. Looks so bare without the A-frame. And you can tell there's a pile with finger. There it is, finger. There's a pile of stuff there. That's the leftover vines from the passion fruit, etc. I'll probably take that to the compost. All right, you see I left the ladder there. That tree that's on the other side of the fence actually leans over to this side of the fence. It drops berries, etc., which long term could ruin what I got going on in here. So I'm actually going to cut it back. But that is chore 3. I have to get chore 2 done. Make sense? And then I'll come back here and do chore 3. So, talk to you in a few. So the supervisors approving the work that was done. So this is the last of last year's wood. Panda, there's no squirrels in there. There's no squirrels and moms out here sawing. They don't come here. There's no squirrels. Walk on. Good girl, good girl. So, no, there's no squirrels. There's none. They're all gone. They're all gone. All gone. No, no. So, they were all, 4 inches to, I don't know, like that little one, 2 inches too long. It makes sense. They will not fit in the fireplace with the length they were. Had the same problem last year. Cut a bunch of them last year. This just happened to be what didn't make it into the house last year. So, anyway. Not this week, but next week they're talking we may or may not have snow. It's a sunny day. This has got to get cut because I want to burn this wood first. You burn it before it gets punky. That way I can get all of it. I can get it stacked back up here. I'm going to go back and cut the tree, and then I'm going to come back, and the wood that's on that rack also has to come over here. Does that make sense? Should we get snow? Should we have snowmageddon? This is the rack that needs to be full for winter, and I've normally it would already be full. I would have already removed an entire rack of wood over here for winter, and I've just not done it yet to force myself that when I want a little fire, because it's a little chilly, that I burn the old stuff first. So, anyway, off to cut the tree, and then we'll be back to rack and stack wood. So, Panda's telling me to hurry up. Talk to you later. All right, kind of tell the ladder's on the outside of the fence. I had to move it. The curvy pole that kind of curves up curvy tree that curves up towards the pole. You can see I've got all the lower stuff off that I could get off with the pruning shears. So now it's pole saw. I'm probably going to do 3 cuts, see how much of the top I can take off, just barely, and that way it's lighter weight, leaving the ladder where it is, so when the branch falls, it hits the ladder, not my fence. Wish me luck. And then I'll cut another section of pole or tree, and then, just take it out completely. Because it leans over the fence, and it just, if it gets huge, it's always going to be an issue. So, and then again, it produces a berry that I don't need taken over in here at all. So, anyway, talk to you in a few. All right, next errand, or next chore. My little clippy there goes down to the bottom. Does that make sense? The clippy that's there in the middle goes to this corner. And the new clippies right here, one on the top, but on at least each side. So, just that way I don't have so much flappy going on. So, you don't need to see me manhandle clippies. So, talk to you in a few. Extra clamps are in place. Supervisor's like, yeah, it's pretty good. She's gonna check it out one more time, just to make sure. But, yeah, she's looked at it once. She's just checking again. Oh man, tree's down. You can see there's no crookie stump, crookie stand. It's gone. Yeah, so what are we doing? Back to firewood. Talk to you in a few. All right, the rack closest to the house is stacked. Good to go. Unless we get like snowmageddon, and then I'm gonna be mad because I didn't stack it all the way to the top. But it's all right. I'm gonna take that stuff in, burn that over the next day or two. Having said that, yeah, front rack there is empty. There's Miss Panda Bear. I know she's a supervisor, huh? She's checking it out. I know. So anyway, that's empty. I'm gonna go get the hammer and the my stakes, and again, I was waiting for the rain, so I could stake this in. Does that make sense? And I can do that now. The pieces of wood that are left here will continue to hold the plastic on my base until I get busy. And by getting busy, it means all the stacks of wood over here from where my tree fell. All the stuff that's smaller, that does not need me to split it, needs to go ahead and get stacked over here. So it'll be up off the ground and start to dry. And yes, that's my dog on her tree. So, yeah. Now, am I going to stack that wood tonight? No. I'm going to get the plastic on here. So should I get a surprise rain or whatever? Again, no frost, no rain, no nothing. It stays nice and dry. and get my my spikes in the ground. That's all we're gonna get done today. Sun is not yet quite behind the mountain, but it's getting ready. And again, as soon as it goes behind the mountain, temperature drops. So I'll be able to get this done. And then we'll call it a day. Go in, take a shower. You know, get Panda some treats. She's like, yeah, Mom, give me treats. All right, so having said that, I don't go any farther. You'll see the Jeep, you know. With Stacked. You'll have a great day.